We spoke here a long time ago during the formation of these coalitions.
Yeah.
And the approach then that Azimio had of wanting to have their cake and eat it at the same time. And we don't need to go back to that history, but for the purpose of the current discussion, it's important. Remember, we in UDA were single-minded. We wanted a party that unifies everyone, and everybody agrees, even when you come with your party, that we run on the same platform. We are no longer about distinct individual parties and you run your own small arrangements. We come in and coalesce around one vision and one mission to change the country, implement the bottom-up approach. But then on this other side, and I think even that is why, Trevor, you've not brought up that debate, but I think one of the debate that would be there right now is there still Azimio? Does Azimio still exist? And my instinct tells me that it doesn't. If you read the signs of the times and some of these small things you are seeing happening, I think these guys have already realized that it has to be now everyone on their own, as they intended earlier. When they formed the coalition, remember, every party came with its own plan, its own manifesto, its own distinct rules. They put it on the table and they told everyone, you can still be here, but still be yourself. You know, some one way or the other, some kind of cocktail that didn't seem to work. And that is why, even before we went to the election, remember, they started bolting out. There was disquiet and a lot of fighting. Even most of them left that coalition before that. And I think that's even why, in my reading of the signs of how their leaders are acting now, you can see, I think they've started forming new alliances. I saw Mbadi in the press yesterday, and I think even today, saying that he's ready to quit as leader of the chairman of ODM. And some of the few things that the ODM leader has been doing tells you that probably he's on his way to some place, maybe, you know, to a party somewhere. And I saw in the press, I think that was yesterday, he had visited a place and there were some young men there in military uniform. You know, those Kwasa uniform that looks like military and berets. And they were calling themselves some movement for something, you know, democratic something, defense. That tells you, you know, those are signs that may be indicators of a journey to a new destination. Because Azimio as it was is very unlikely to succeed. But the problem, maybe to borrow the words of the Speaker of the National Assembly now, this divorce is too noisy and too messy, you know, as it is. Yeah. Probably what they would do is break up their parties without letting this debris and the spillovers mess the system of government that is there in place, and those that won and the will of the Kenyan people. Like I've said 3 times this morning, that what our people want now is to be let to live and get what it is that they wanted when they went to the ballot. That's a good government that is taking care of their current and immediate needs to be able to put food on their table. So I think in as far as what my good friend and longtime colleague Elachi here has said, those on her side, and Elachi, even yourself, when you're looking at the interest of the people of Dagoretti North, you are largely like Correa. When you are called, come and speak about the issues of your people and don't be shy.